Welcome to the lullaby. Let's begin with today's story. Close your eyes. Get comfortable. Let your whole body relax. Tonight, you're going somewhere the world has almost forgotten. A place where time moves differently. Where sound becomes rhythm. Where fog becomes blanket. Where sleep arrives on its own schedule. You're walking to the end of a stone pier. It's late evening. The fog is rolling in thick from the ocean. You can barely see 10 feet ahead. But you know this pier. You've been here before. Maybe in memory. Maybe in dream. Maybe in some life you don't quite remember. There it is. The foghorn. Deep. Low. Steady as a heartbeat. It calls out into the fog every minute or so. Not frantic. Not worried. Just doing what it's always done. Announcing itself. Guiding ships that might be out there. Marking this spot on the coast so no one gets lost. You reach the end of the pier. There's a wooden bench here. Weathered smooth by years of salt air and fog. You sit down. The stone pier is solid beneath you. The ocean is somewhere out there. You can hear it but can't see it. The fog has erased everything except this small circle of awareness. Just you, the bench, the foghorn, and the sound of the ocean breathing somewhere in the white. The foghorn sounds again, exactly when you expected it. Not because you were counting, but because your body is already learning the rhythm. Inhale, exhale, foghorn. The pattern that will carry you through the next 40 minutes. The pattern that will carry you all the way to sleep. The fog is thick around you. Cool but not cold. Damp but not wet. It touches your face gently. Your hands. The back of your neck. Like the softest blanket settling over you. The fog doesn't judge. Doesn't demand. Just wraps around everything. Softening all the edges. Making the hard world feel gentle. You can't see the lighthouse from here but you know it's close. Maybe 50 yards to your left. You can feel its presence. The solid tower rising into the fog. The light circling even though no one can see it through the white. The light keeper inside, tending the lamp, making tea, reading old books. Doing the quiet work that keeps ships safe. There, the foghorn again. Your breath is starting to match its rhythm. Not on purpose. Just naturally. The horn sounds. You exhale. The horn is silent. You inhale. The horn sounds again. You release. Your body recognizing this as the rhythm of rest. The rhythm of letting go. The ocean sounds different in fog. Muffled. Closer somehow. Like the fog brings the water right up to the pier even though the tide hasn't changed. Each wave arrives quietly. No crash. No drama. Just the gentle sound of water meeting stone. Water pulling back. Water arriving again. The same patient rhythm it's kept for millions of years. You can hear other sounds now. Small ones. A bell buoy somewhere out in the harbor. Distant. Intermittent. The metal clinking of a boat's rigging against a mast. So far away you almost imagine it. But it's there. Proof that the world still exists beyond this fog. That other boats are rocking. Other harbors breathing. Other people finding their way to rest. The foghorn calls out into the white. You imagine the sound traveling. Rolling across the water. Being absorbed by the fog. Becoming softer as it moves away. Until somewhere out there, a mile or two offshore, the sound is just a whisper. Just a suggestion. Just a reminder that land exists. That home is this direction. That safety is here. You're settling into the bench now. Your body finding the exact position that requires no effort. No holding. Just existing here at the end of the pier with the fog around you and the ocean beneath you and the foghorn marking time like a heartbeat that belongs to the whole harbor instead of just you. The fog tastes like salt. Like ocean. Like distance. You breathe it in and your lungs recognize something ancient. Something about water and air and the place where they meet. The fog is just cloud that came down to visit. Just mist that decided to stay for the night. Just water in another form. Gentle, soft, safe. Each time the foghorn sounds, you feel yourself going a little deeper. Not asleep yet, but deeper into relaxation. Deeper into this moment. Deeper into the fog that's erasing everything except right now. The fog doesn't care about tomorrow. Doesn't remember yesterday. Just exists in this eternal present. This perfect now. And you can exist here too. The bench beneath you is holding your weight. The pier beneath that is holding the bench. The ocean beneath everything is holding the pier. You don't have to hold anything. Don't have to carry anything. Don't have to be anything except here. In the fog. On the pier. Breathing with the foghorn. Resting with the ocean. Time is strange in fog. Minutes might be hours. Hours might be minutes. There's no way to tell. No sun to track. No shadows to measure. Just the foghorn marking intervals. Just your breath moving in and out. Just the waves arriving and leaving. All of it timeless. All of it eternal. All of it exactly now. The lighthouse keeper is probably in the tower now. Checking the light. Making sure the foghorn is working. Maybe looking out the window at the fog and smiling. Knowing that nights like this are what the lighthouse was built for. What the foghorn exists for. This moment when the world disappears and only sound and rhythm remain. You think about all the times this foghorn has sounded. Thousands. Maybe millions. Every foggy night for decades. Maybe 100 years. Always the same deep tone. Always the same steady rhythm. Ships guided safely. Sailors reassured. People on shore. People like you. Lulled into peace by the regularity of it. The reliability. The promise that some things never change. Your eyes are closed now. You didn't decide to close them. They just closed. The fog outside is so thick that eyes open or closed makes no difference. Everything is white either way. Everything is soft. Everything is held in this moment between sea and sky. Between day and night. Between waking and sleep. The foghorn has become your heartbeat now. External. Shared. You don't have to keep your own rhythm anymore. The horn does that. Sounds. Silence. Sounds. Silence. The pulse of the harbor. The breathing of the coast. And you just get to follow. Just get to rest inside this rhythm that's bigger than you. Older than you. Steadier than anything you could create on your own. The fog is getting thicker. Or maybe you're just noticing it more. It moves in layers. Shifts and swirls. Not wind exactly. Just the fog moving the way fog moves. Slow. Inevitable. Like watching cream poured into coffee. Everything mixing. Everything becoming one soft whiteness. You can't see the lighthouse now. Can't see the shore behind you. Can't see the ocean in front of you. Just white. But you're not lost. The foghorn tells you where you are. The stone pier beneath you proves you're real. The ocean's breathing confirms the world still exists. You're exactly where you need to be. Someone once told you that fog is just clouds that got tired of flying. That decided to rest on the ocean for a while. That came down to touch the water they came from. You like that idea. The fog returning home. The water in the air meeting the water in the sea. Everything coming back to where it started. Everything completing a circle. Your breathing has slowed so much you barely notice it anymore. In, out, in, out. Timed perfectly with the foghorn even though you're not trying. Your body just knows. Has remembered. This is the rhythm of rest. This is what peace sounds like. Deep tone calling out into nothing. Silence receiving. Everything balanced. Everything right. The wooden bench is warm beneath you. Your body heat. The day's sun still caught in the wood. The fog's coolness on your skin. The warmth beneath. You exist between these two temperatures. Comfortable. Held. Neither too hot nor too cold. Just right. Just perfect. Just exactly what you need. You think about the ships out there in the fog. Maybe there are none tonight. Maybe dozens. You can't see them but they're there. Following their instruments. Listening for the foghorn. Trusting that sound will guide them. That rhythm will keep them safe. Just like you're trusting this moment. This sound. This perfect fog-wrapped stillness to carry you where you need to go. The ocean continues its own rhythm beneath the foghorn's rhythm. Waves small and patient. Water moving but not rushing. The tide doing what the moon tells it. Rising or falling. You're not sure which. In fog, everything feels like it's floating. Everything suspended. The water beneath the pier might be rising. You might be slowly being lifted. Or maybe the water is falling and you're slowly being lowered. Either way, you're being carried. Either way, you're being held. Your thoughts are like the fog now. Present but not solid. There and not there. Thoughts drift through. You notice them. They continue on. Dissolving into the white. No thought sticks. No worry holds. Everything just passes through like the fog itself. Present for a moment. Then gone. Then replaced by more fog. More softness. More peace. The foghorn doesn't ask anything of you. Doesn't need you to respond. Doesn't care if you're listening or sleeping or somewhere in between. It just sounds. And sounds. And sounds. The most reliable thing in the universe right now. More reliable than your heartbeat. More steady than your breath. Just there. Always. Forever. Calling into the fog. Time has completely stopped meaning anything. You might have been here 10 minutes. Might have been 3 hours. The fog erases time the same way it erases distance. Makes everything right now. Makes everything here. You don't need to know what time it is. Don't need to count minutes. The foghorn counts for you. Marks intervals in some measurement that has nothing to do with clocks. The salt air fills your lungs. Clean. Pure. Ancient. The same air sailors have been breathing for thousands of years. The same air that's crossed oceans. touched storms, carried rain, all of it filtered through the fog, made gentle, made soft, made perfect for breathing deep and letting go. Your body is so heavy now, sinking into the bench, sinking through the bench, becoming part of the pier, part of the stone, part of the ocean beneath. You're not separate from any of this. Not separate from the fog or the water or the sound. You're all of it. All of it is you. The boundaries dissolved somewhere in the white. The foghorn sounds and you barely notice. Not because it's quiet, but because you've become it. Your breath is the horn. The horn is your breath. The distinction between inside and outside has faded. There's just sound, just rhythm, just the pulse of the harbor moving through you and around you and as you. Somewhere in the fog, you hear a boat. Engine low, moving slowly, carefully. The captain is listening for the foghorn too. Steering by sound, trusting the rhythm, finding his way home through the white. You understand this completely. You're doing the same thing. Steering by sound, trusting the rhythm, finding your way home to sleep. The fog has weight now. Not heavy, but present, like a blanket. Like someone's hand resting gently on your shoulder. The fog is telling you it's okay to rest. Okay to stop watching. Okay to close your eyes. They're already closed. And let go completely. The fog will keep watch. The foghorn will keep rhythm. You can sleep. Your body temperature is perfect. The fog has equalized everything. You can't tell where your skin ends and the air begins. Can't tell what's you and what's mist. Everything the same temperature, same softness, same peace. You're dissolving into the evening. Becoming fog yourself. Becoming sound. Becoming the slow rhythm of water and horn and breath. The lighthouse keeper has probably gone to bed by now. The light runs itself. The foghorn runs itself. Everything automatic. Everything tended. You can go to bed too. Can let the mechanisms of sleep take over. Can trust that your body knows what to do without your supervision. Just like the lighthouse. Just like the foghorn. Just continuing. Just being. Just existing in perfect rhythm. The stars are up there somewhere above the fog. You can't see them but you know they're there. The moon too. Hidden behind the white. But still there, still pulling the tides, still lighting the world from behind the veil. Everything continues even when you can't see it. Even when you're asleep. Even when you're not watching. The world takes care of itself. The ocean beneath the pier is dark. Deep. Endless. But not frightening. The pier protects you. The fog wraps you. The foghorn marks where you are. You're safe here at the edge of the infinite. Safe here where land meets water. Where conscious meets unconscious. Where waking meets sleep. Your breath is so slow now it's barely moving. The foghorn sounds and maybe you breathe. Maybe you don't. It doesn't matter. Your body is breathing itself. Your heart is beating itself. Sleep is approaching by itself. You don't have to do anything. Don't have to try. The rhythm carries everything. The fog holds everything. You can just be. Memories drift through like boats in the fog. Barely visible. Present and then gone. You don't hold onto them. Don't need to. They're just passing through. The foghorn sounds and they fade. The foghorn sounds and new ones appear. The foghorn sounds and even those disappear. Until there are no memories. No thoughts. Just sound. Just breath. Just this. The temperature is dropping slightly as night deepens. But you're warm enough. The bench beneath you. Your own body heat. The fog protecting you from any wind. Everything perfect. Everything exactly as it should be. This moment crafted for rest. For release. For letting go of everything that isn't sleep. The foghorn is farther away now. You are. Distance increasing. The sound still there but softer. Like you're moving away from the pier. Drifting into the fog. Floating on some invisible current. The sound following but not holding. Accompanying but not demanding. Just there. Always there. Getting softer as you go deeper. You might be asleep already. Might be awake. The line between them is as unclear as the line between fog and air. Everything merged. Everything one. You're aware of the foghorn the way you're aware of your heartbeat in deep sleep. Present but not conscious. There but not noticed. Continuing beneath everything. The pier beneath you might not be there anymore. You might be floating now. Held by the fog itself. Or by the ocean. Or by sleep. It doesn't matter which. They're all the same. All soft. All supportive. All carrying you exactly where you need to go. The foghorn sounds. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe you're dreaming it now. Maybe you're remembering it. Maybe you've become it and the sound you hear is your own sleeping breath. Deep. Low. Steady. The same tone. The same rhythm. The same endless pulse. There's a boat somewhere. You're on it now. Not the pier. The boat. Rocking gently in the fog. The foghorn is your guide. Telling you which way is home. But you're not moving. Just rocking. Just breathing. Just existing in this perfect suspension between worlds. Between sleep and wake. Between ocean and sky. Between sound and silence. The fog is inside you now. Filling your lungs. Your blood. Your thoughts. Everything soft white nothing. Everything peaceful emptiness. Everything perfect void. The fog has erased you the same way it erased the shore. And in that erasure is peace. In that disappearance is rest. The foghorn sounds. Somewhere. Sometime. In some world you used to inhabit. But you're here now. In the deep. In the fog. In the sleep that feels like floating. The sound reaches you but doesn't disturb you. Just marks time in a place where time doesn't exist. Just breathes rhythm in a space where rhythm is everything and nothing. Your body is completely gone now. Not there. Not anywhere. Just breath. Just sound. Just the foghorn calling to ships that might not exist. Just the ocean receiving everything. Just the fog holding all of it together. And you, somewhere in the middle of it all. Sleeping. Finally. Completely. Without question. The fog will be here all night. The foghorn will sound until morning. The ocean will keep breathing. The lighthouse will keep turning. And you will keep sleeping. Held by all of it. Part of all of it. The lullaby that never ends. Just the sound now. Just the rhythm. Just the deep low call into the white. Everything else gone. Everything else sleep. Everything else perfect. The fog. The horn. The ocean. You. All breathing together. All sleeping together. All home.